Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Indeed, a woman who went missing in East Point, believed to be found dead. 2 people now in custody in connection with the case. It tops Local 4 News at 6. I'm Devin Skillian.
I'm Kimberly Gill. Investigators believe they've found Samantha Ginther's body in a storm drain. Sean Lave is live near the scene. Sean, we hear investigators have been keeping a close eye on these persons of interest for a while now.
And I'm told they were in Samantha Ginther's home here. People very close to her. She lived in this home here, had not been seen since June, we are told. Went missing. Well, today, police, East Point Police, served a search warrant here at this home, and they were led to a drain right behind a home there where this absolutely horrible discovery was made deep down in that drain. A massive crime scene spanning an entire street here in East Point's Aaron Park community. 47-year-old Samantha Ginther was last seen at her home at the end of the street here back in June. Sources tell us East Point police have been investigating her disappearance from day one, keeping the missing case rather quiet as investigators watched her home, reviewed who was coming and going, reviewing records, and this morning police moved in, taking 2 people out of the home. One of those people taken into custody led police down the street and to a sewer drain behind a home. That is where the awful discovery was made. Deep in the drain, we are told, is the body of a woman. Just doors down from where Samantha Ginther went missing. Neighbors are reacting tonight to such a disturbing situation.
I don't like it. I live here, and I don't think it's right.
I don't think it's
too
right.
close to home.
Who could do that to somebody?
I don't know.
And this is
terrible.
my neighbor.
It's terrible to me.
Back here live in East Point, sources telling me those remains were found buried deep in this sewer. Firefighters we watched in biohazard suits went down into that drain, and it took them a while using equipment, a pulley system, to get the remains out. Those remains now on the way to the Macomb County Medical Examiner's office. Again, 2 people removed from this home, taken into custody. We're told 1 person has officially been charged. Kimberly, sources telling us that person is a boyfriend of the missing Samantha Ginther. Back to you.
So many questions, though, still remain. Okay, Sean, we appreciate your report tonight. Also breaking right now, Mel Tucker's accuser releases MSU's 73-page report detailing the findings of the school's independent Title IX investigation.
USA Today published parts of that report, which say the former football coach violated the school's sexual harassment policy during that now infamous April 2022 phone call. Tucker has 10 business days now to file an appeal. If the school denies the appeal, today's decision would be final. Earlier in the month, Tucker indicated he plans to sue the school for wrongful termination and to recoup at least some of the roughly $80 million remaining on his contract. Breaking out of Highland Park, the Great Lakes Water Authority and the city of Highland Park have entered a tentative agreement over the unpaid water bill problem. Last week, Highland Park City Council approved a tentative deal for resolution with the help of Michigan's governor. Now that GLEWA's board of directors approved it, all ongoing lawsuits would be dismissed under this agreement, including the $24 million original judgment. All right, now a Local 4 update for you after Help Me Hank helped expose a secret. Ambulance companies charging consumers thousands of dollars, shocking them in many cases. We have heard from so many people who have been stuck with these similarly massive bills.
Yeah, and some of the problems involve recent coverage changes between ambulance and insurance companies, and others call this nothing more than a good old-fashioned price gouging. Consumer investigator Hank Winchester met with another patient battling a big bill. Hank, this is very similar to the story you shared with us on Monday.
Yeah, Kimberly, it certainly is. And I've been reading all of your emails, about 350 and counting. We're working to get you help. But this situation that you're going to hear tonight, very similar to one on Monday. An ambulance ride, less than 15 miles, non-emergency. A big bill, more than $6,000. And the patient left asking, what in the world happened here? Take a look. When Betsy received this bill for roughly $6,500, a short trip in a Superior ambulance, she was stunned.
It's been extremely frustrating. This outstanding bill of $7,200 for an 11-mile ambulance ride without any sirens, non-emergency.
She was transferred from Beaumont, Livonia to Beaumont, Farmington Hills. Her insurance, Blue Cross Blue Shield, paid a portion. She was on the hook for thousands.
My husband could have driven me. I was in excruciating pain, and I was heavily sedated with morphine and whatnot. But so I feel like I was somewhat taken advantage of.
Today, Help Me Hank got involved and connected her with the team at Beaumont. Finally, some bill relief coming.
Notified me today that she would get to the bottom of this and try to figure out exactly what the breakdown of this is and what she can do. And she guaranteed me, she assured me that the bill would not be $6,500. She's not sure what is going to be the cost, but not $6,500.
I first exposed the massive ambulance bill problem Monday. This Birmingham family billed almost $8,000 for a 15-mile ride. We got involved. The DMC said it was a billing error. The new balance, $0. Since then, I've heard from hundreds of you. This viewer saying I was not charged nearly as much, $2,000, but it was a 7-mile trip. Another person writing, we had the exact same situation happen with our son last year. This viewer saying, I negotiated some of this, but they still charged me $3,500. And this woman telling me the same thing happened to me and my 8-month-old in October last year. In Betsy's case, the bill well over $7,000, but Blue Cross Blue Shield did pay a small amount. Again, she's stuck with that $6,500 bill. She did just get off the phone moments ago with the VP from Superior Ambulance out of Illinois. The VP telling her that they are looking into this matter. They're going to work with her to either reduce or eliminate this bill. Of course, we're going to keep you posted. I should also tell you right now at clickondetroit.com, we have legal advice from attorney Todd Flood. He talks you through the process. If you have a bill like this one, if you are a patient in the hospital and they want to transfer you from one facility to the other, what should you do? All that information for you right now at clickondetroit.com. We're live tonight. Hank Winchester, Help Me Hank, Local 4.
It's just so frustrating for so many people going through this. All right, Hank, we appreciate it.
We told you at 4 and 5 about the potential movement in talks between the UAW and Ford. Sources are telling us both sides are getting very close to a tentative contract agreement that would be critical to ending the union's 6-week-old strike. There is no official word on a deal yet, but we do want to take a long look at the economic impact the strike has made already on suppliers and manufacturers. Rod Maloney live in Wayne tonight with the numbers and the governor's reaction to it all. Rod.
Well, Devin, you know, the governor depends highly on union support, union workers that have been out here for 41 days. And so you don't hear her saying much in the way of frustration with the union. But today, well, after 41 days on a picket line and the losses that have been racked up, the governor's frustration boiled over.
I'm hoping that they can get this resolved soon. I really believe that it is time for all of them to be locked in a room and not to come out until the deal is done.
That uncharacteristic outburst likely stems from these hard numbers put out this week by Anderson Economic Group, chronicling the economic losses to the industry and therefore the state as well. Original equipment manufacturer wages lost $488 million. Overall domestic losses, more than $4 billion. Supplier losses, nearly $3 billion. Dealers, customers, and other ripple effects, nearly $2 billion, running up a very expensive 41-day tab of $9.3 billion. Wayne State University business professor Dr. Merrick Masters today said he's not surprised the governor's looking for a quicker settlement.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm certain that she's hearing a truckload from suppliers that are saying, and the companies saying that, you know, this is something that we can't endure much longer and that you're going to jeopardize jobs in the state going ahead. And she's worried about that. She knows that she's lost jobs already to other states as part of the electrical vehicle footprint and doesn't want that to happen and wants this to be a very hospitable state for the auto industry going forward.
Out here on the picket line at Wayne Assembly, they're feeling the pinch in the pocketbook, but today, with warmer temperatures, it's not as uncomfortable as it's been over the past month. 29-year veteran Mark Hammond declaring with self-assurance,
I mean, nobody wants to be out here, but morale's high, everybody's on the same page. You know, we're going to see this thing through to the end. We have confidence in our president, and we're going to see it to the end.
And so whether the end is now, tonight, tomorrow, and a week from now, still remains to be seen. But we're hearing that Ford's put 25% raise on the table, a 25% raise for over 5 years. And also they're working on the retirement issues. They're saying that that's probably the last thing they need to clear up. We'll be staying on top of this. We hear anything, you'll be the first to know. Reporting live in Wayne, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
A lot of chatter this afternoon, nothing firm yet, but keep us dialed in right here. All right, Rod.
Our new developments tonight in the investigation into a kidnapping and carjacking in Shelby Township earlier this week. It led to this chase with police, which ended in a crash. Police saying this man is now officially charged and is facing a lengthy prison sentence if he's convicted. Pamela Osborne tracking this story for us. And Pam, charges include torture.
Kimberly, they do, and this is just one of the many disturbing details of this incident. The other thing puzzling investigators right now is how was the man who was arraigned today? He's from Florida. He's not even from Michigan. So how and why did he end up in this crime, I should say, here in Macomb County?
Kidnapping? Where do you hear this? And on top of it, torture? I mean, these charges carry with it up to life in prison.
Macomb County Prosecutor Pete Lucido has plenty of questions for Angel Antonio Andujar Ruiz.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
This is him as officers took him into custody following a chase Monday.
On your stomach now!
Today, the Tampa, Florida resident was arraigned on a dozen charges relating to the kidnapping of a 24-year-old Macomb County man taken at gunpoint as he left the Shelby Township Lifetime Fitness Monday.
From, the incident itself, there was torture, and it is unspeakable.
Investigators say there were 4 kidnappers. 3 of them got away, while Andujar Ruiz was caught in the victim's pickup truck, the victim found tied up in the back. Andujar Ruiz is in jail charged with armed robbery, carjacking, conspiracy, and torture, as well as several other counts relating to the kidnapping and home invasion. And he is being held in jail without a bond for 2 reasons: the seriousness of these charges, as well as the fact that, as we said, he is not a Michigan resident. Now, police are still trying to identify and locate the 3 other people involved in this incident. Still a lot of work to figure out exactly how all of these pieces fit together. They say this was not a random incident at all. Anyone with information should give police a call. Reporting live tonight in Macomb County, I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
Okay, Pamela, thank you.